want to let you know what I'm going to be offering to you in this video. I'm going to tell you about my own story as a Phoenix woman, how I went through the fires, what happened to me, and I'm also going to be sharing about how that then resulted in creating a really special, magnificent collection, capsule wardrobe of ethical clothing, and the ethos behind that. So I look forward to share that. I would love, with all my heart, if you're up for it, to lead you on a shamanic journey within yourself to really go through your own centers and feel what colours would nourish and support you whilst we're going through this intense healing crisis on the planet, where all of us are being called within. Something that I've been deeply involved in for the last 28 years is a study of the science of Kundalini and our energy bodies, and how to be able to activate the sacredness of our sensual, sexual energy, and how to be able to bring that through in a way that gets to express our passion and our creativity. This painting behind me actually is one of my paintings. I painted it as part of my own alchemical transformation to go through the fires of purification, what it takes to become a Phoenix woman, an alchemically highly realized being. So the other thing is, in case you don't make it to the end of this video, I will be offering another bonus workshop, which will be a free styling session with my collection. I'd like to show you, depending on your shape, your size, what can support you to feel extraordinary, stand in your power, radiate the light of your inner essence, your soul's essence. Just to say, I'm a grandmother, I'm 57 years old, and I have a lot of passion about sharing with women the understanding of colour and how to walk through that journey in ourselves, where we deepen in feeling good about radiating a quality of light, juiciness, sensuality, and not hiding our light under a bushel, not trying to fade ourselves out. It's all about being authentic. You probably already know that, but I would love to share some of how I got there and encouragement, inspiration for you to go to the next level of your bounty, sharing your bounty. So that's what I'm going to be offering today, and let me begin where I tell you some of my story. So I was born in Ealing in London, and when I was 4 years old, my auntie Beauty, her name was, my lineage, I'm in my bloodline, I'm half Indian and half Arabic. My mother's Lebanese. And my Arabic auntie, she was quite well-to-do, she was quite moneyed and had a strong sense of herself. And when I was 4, she said to me, "Rita, I don't want you to worry. When you're 18, I will pay for you to have a nose job." She said it to me in Arabic, and it was translated to me. And I had, you can imagine, a 4-year-old doesn't know what a nose job is. But basically she was saying to me I had a big nose, and that, it can be corrected. And that was deep. And in those days also, when I was 7 years old and called a wog at school and didn't understand what that meant, and suddenly became aware of my colour, and then realised I'm one of 2 women of colour, young girls of colour in my school, I began to become self-conscious and thought I was ugly. And we all in some way have a story of that, because because by the time we're teenagers, the marketing, the media is all about comparison, to compare ourselves. And I felt insecure, and especially by this point I had awful acne when I was about 13, 14 onwards, that went on for years, and to the point that I felt like I needed to apologise for my existence of spoiling someone's day of feeling that I was that ugly. I mean, it's extraordinary to see that part of my wound. But in it, I'm grateful to say that that gave birth to my absolute love and passion for supporting beauty, to want to beautify things. So I loved painting, and my mother, when we were young, couldn't afford to buy us lots of beautiful clothes, so she used to make them, and I would watch her. And I realised by the time I was 7 years old that I wanted to be a clothes designer, and I did go on that track. So I went to college doing fashion and began my first company when I was in my early 20s. And actually had quite a lot of success in my early 20s, if I think about it. I supplied Topshop and Henny's and Miss Selfridge's and had a fabulous collection. My clothes were in Vogue, in colour, it was in Fashion Forecast International. I was often on the, what are they called? Those kind of Good Morning TV programmes, and yeah, all sorts of things. But in my late 20s, as I began to realise that there's also the world of glamour, and fashion, clothing isn't going to bring inner peace. You know, it's just a plaster on the outside, in those days of my reality. So I began to go on this spiritual sabbatical and let go of my outer world. I moved to Glastonbury in 94, having gone through the beginnings of a Kundalini wake up, like full Shakti, great mother, life force energy coming up through my body, and on a purification path of harmlessness, understanding what harmlessness was, like really putting into practice living within the laws of harmlessness. That is not comfortable or easy, because it means a path of looking at my own shadow. So by the time I got to Glastonbury, my whole fashion career was in tatters. I'd walked away from it, actually, and walked away from being an astrologer that used to be paid £100 an hour. You know, just went into the quietude and deep meditation. I had 2 children at the time, and yeah, it was a time of really going deep within, meditating with sacred geometric forms and studying esoteric psychology, ageless wisdom. That took me deep, and I went from like being this party girl, raver in London, wearing black mostly, to coming to Glastonbury, and went through several years of practically only wearing white. And that gave me a very deep understanding of colour, this going on this journey within. I noticed if I wore any colour, how much it affected my etheric field, because I began to be very used to just wearing white clothes. So even for me today, wearing this kind of dark brown with the oranges, it's quite a deep contrast, and I feel it in my body. So I really would love to share with you in the course of this video what the qualities of each colour are, and that we could even explore what they are for you. I can tell you both the exoteric and esoteric understanding of each colour, but I want to do it in such a way that you get to journey and feel your own self-realisation about colour. So I look forward to that. Meanwhile, just want to share with you how Mudra was born, having gone through this spiritual sabbatical. came away, just let go of everything in my personality life as I was reaching deeply to feel the light of my own soul, to consciously engage with the solar angel. And I, as a single parent, then started to realize, now that I've given up everything that I was doing, like I was broke, I was on benefits, and I was also given a clear guidance by my spiritual teacher at the time to go through a really deep level of karma yoga, where to become a cleaner, so that I could understand humility and service. So now in 94 in Glastonbury, I had become a cleaner and learnt how to do that with impeccability and integrity. And in that cleaning period phase of my life was cleaning my own karma, my own etheric energy, the energy body around me. And when I realised, look, that's not paying the bills, like £4.25 an hour, and I was paying £4.50 an hour I was earning in 94 doing this. And then I was paying childcare for now my third son that was born. Crazy relationships, won't go into that in this video. And I was paying, £2.25 for childcare. So I was basically making £2 something an hour. And then I had this idea to begin making cakes for a local restaurant. So I went through a 7-year phase of making cakes every day. Started in my home and led to then making 100 cakes a week for local restaurants and a little wholesale guy that used to come and get cakes from me. That was like something out of the movie Chocolat, cake making and breastfeeding. And it was bloody hard work. I would make cakes often from 4 in the morning till 10, 11 at night. But I built that up and began to supply Selfridges and all 17 restaurants of Selfridges. Harvey Nichols launched my cakes, and I pioneered food on QVC, the shopping channel. I ended up creating this to be like making 500 cakes a week and a team of 30, and enormous hard work. But that took me to the second point of fire, if you like, where it was a strong moment because I needed £200,000 investment into my business to take it to the next level. And to cut a long story short, I had met a beautiful beloved who was my yogic partner. I was very much in love with him, cared about him. We had a beautiful baby girl together. She's now nearly 18 years old. His name was Jeremy, and we were going through this tough moment. She was 5 months old, and he died from a road traffic accident. It was a really strong day. I went deep into the fire with that, as you can imagine, because now I'm a single parent again, but this time with 4 children, and my beloved went through the windscreen of a van, landed 30 foot later on his head. I'm graced to say that I was able to be with him in that moment that he left his body, and got to really deeply understand all of my lifetime study of preparing for that sacred moment when we leave our body. In one way that we're doing that now with this virus, aren't we? It's pushing us all in to go in to feel like, am I at peace with my life? Where am I in this journey within myself? Have I said the words to the people that I care about? I feel like crying when I think about that. We are being humbled to make peace with everything that we've gone through. So he leaves. I'm, still in the process with my cakes. And within a year of that process, a woman came to me from Nepal, at what I would call a Dharma sister, sent by the Tibetan Rinpoches. Part of my life has been being deeply recognized by the Tibetan monks and Rinpoche's lamas. And he wanted to make sure I was okay. He'd been to my house. I had supported him in his journey here in Avalon. And this woman that he sent to come and bring comfort and support, one of the things that she felt inspired to show me was how cashmere takes colour, how the energy of the fibres of cashmere, the king of yarns, takes colour so beautifully. And she inspired me with that. She told me how the people in Nepal are master craftsmen of working with cashmere. And I was really inspired by this because, you know, my first passion was designing clothes for women, and now I'd become bigger. I was nearly 40. I think I was 40. And I felt inspired to create a collection of clothing inspired by colour therapy. And at those days, cashmere was only sort of available in pastel colours and in twin sets. So I pioneered a collection called Mudra at its very early stages in cashmere, which I didn't even know if it would sell, because by now I was like the woman that bought my clothes from the Benetton bargain basement box of £5 per item, you know, like I didn't know if people could even afford cashmere clothes. And so, but somehow I had the courage. I created this beautiful collection of dresses and baggy tops worn with palazzo pants and jackets and wraps, all in this really luxurious, gorgeous fabric, but in super bright colours, each colour with a meaning. And this was now about 2006. My partner died in 2002. And I was amazed that women loved them and bought them. And so I used to go to little places to sell my clothing, and it was growing. It was growing. I needed investment into the business. I had no money of my own. But this is how my colour conscious clothing range began. And by the time, I think I opened my first shop, which is in Glastonbury, in 2008. And by now I'd got involved with a business partner, and it was an uncomfortable relationship, I have to say. That was another fire to go through, to recognise that part of me that gave my power away, and wanted to not stand in the truth of who I am, and needed to go through those really big, uncomfortable lessons of being in a business partnership where I just fully gave my power away to somebody else, didn't trust myself with money, all of that. And I think probably many of you on here could relate. In one way, I see that everything that we do, whether it's a relationship or our business that we're building, is a perfect relationship for us to see, or perfect mirror to see where I am in my own spiritual development. It's really strong. It's like a mirror. In fact, having a business is very similar to having a baby that's going to show you where you're out of alignment, or a relationship that mirrors back to you where you're not whole and what you believe in yourself. So yes, my own clothing business itself has gone through many phoenixes. I love the contemplation of the phoenix rising from the ashes, going in and burning away everything that is impure within our own being that needs transforming through the heat. So I am pleased to say that in, I think it would have been about 2010, I began to also work with bamboo, and I think it may be 2011, began to work with bamboo, and I absolutely love this fabric as well. So what I've, as my collections unfolded, what I realised was that when I was younger, I designed in fabrics that were cheaper, that, because I was selling to people like Topshop. I mean, originally I created collections in wool, and they would ask me when they saw my collections, would you do this? I love this suit, but I want to be able to sell it for £89. We're going to need it in fabrics in polyester. And they also wanted to take my very colourful collections and have a lot of black in the collection. Anyway, I'm thrilled to say to you that everything I do is about nourishing to our etheric field, because it's our etheric field, when that's healthy and whole, we are free of disease. So to wear fabrics where that they're tight and are not breathable is not conducive to us feeling good. So everything that I make is all about feeling super comfortable, that you can put your clothes on and forget about them for the rest of the day. They're not high maintenance clothes that you need to think about so much. And also the way I like to design clothes is that you can have your own creativity with them, and that each garment has many different ways of wearing them. So there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of creativity, in that you birth something in yourself with that level of creativity. So most of my clothing is something that you can wear in many, many different ways. What's the word? Flexible, I think. I can't think of the good word for that. Anyway, so my collection became an award-winning collection when I used to wholesale. When I first started, I wholesaled to companies like Galeries Lafayette and all sorts of boutiques around the country. But I stopped doing that, because in doing that, I realised then it becomes high-end designer clothing that makes it not possible for my friends to wear, because it would become really expensive. So I decided that I'm not going to wholesale, that the only way I'll sell is in my own shops or online. And it took me a long time to get my collection online. And I'm grateful to say I have an amazing business partner now that is a reflection of my own inner work, and we get on really well. We have so much fun together, and I'm so grateful to her. Her name's Scooby. And I have an amazing team that I work with, that each person that works with me is really working in relationship with the creator, and so that they're not feeling subservient to me, that this is part of their own spiritual development. And what I love is that the women who have become attracted to my clothes are all women that stand in their power. A lot of women that are spiritual leaders, actually, who are tops in their field, seem to love wearing my clothes. So can you imagine how much fulfillment that brings me, to see everyone wearing them in their own way? And I've noticed recently on Facebook loads of the women that are standing up, shining and sharing their work and their passion. They're wearing my clothes. That's like an innermost fulfillment, because I see that each item of clothing that is made with love, in love, is born through lifetimes of meditation to get to this point, and they are garments to bring some healing, juicy passion and holding to support us going within, but also bringing out a transmission, a radiation of the light of our own soul, our own essence. So today I would like to explain about colour, but through an interactive journey to lead you to go right inside of yourself whilst you scan what's going on in your own body, and then looking at which colours are going to be the most supportive to you. But we'll do that as a journey through your chakras, and we can visualize and feel each colour and how it's activating you. Basically, this, if you like, light technology that we're going to do together is something that the ancient Romans, sorry, not ancient Romans, no, the ancient Greeks and the ancient Egyptians used to do. They would use silks to put on the body of different colours to bring transmissions of healing when people were sick. So I love that. Light and colours are medicine to us. And so get comfortable. You don't need to be looking at me as we do this journey. You could have your eyes closed. You could sit up with your spine straight or lie down as I talk you through this. And also, if you want to put on some music very gently as we do this guided journey into your body. I would play some music, but I'm not sure if it will distort. Okay. Let's take a moment to just close your eyes and feel the base of your spine as you make your connection with the earth. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, as deep as you can, to hold that breath, and then to release that breath out through the mouth when you're ready. Hold it for as long as you can, and just release that tension in your body. Let's take 2 or 3 of these deep breaths as we just let go and open, giving thanks to bring some dissolving in this moment. Ding dong, my doorbell's going. So let's take this moment to feel where we are in the base of the spine, our base chakra. Bring your full awareness. This is an invitation to bring your full awareness to 4 inches or so below the base of your spine. Keep your awareness here. And let's take a moment to scan our base chakra to feel if there's anything in disharmony within us today. Let's give ourselves a moment to embrace any concerns that we've got around money and survival, how we're going to manage these next few months as we transition from the world as we knew it. Let's just bring that energy of insecurity and concerns into our awareness. And as you contemplate this, not so much with left brain mind, but just bring into awareness any energies of discordance, anybody that you have not been feeling in harmony with lately, even if that's yourself, to just bring a clear light to this. And I'm going to invite you in this moment to bring in to your contemplation the colour red, your favourite shade of red. It might be a cherry red, it might be an orangey red, but let yourself feel that colour red, the strength of that colour red. Even bring into your awareness like the colour of blood red. Bring that strong, clear red to bring strength to the places that you've been feeling insecure. Let's use this colour red to connect us to the earth itself. Shakti life force energy red, great mother red. And breathe into that colour red as it fully saturates you, helping you to connect with your own blood, the blood in every cell of your body. Allowing you, inviting you to allow this colour to flood through, giving you strength to know your belonging, to connect with the light of peace that you are, and calling your solar guide and angels, protectors that walk with you, to bring the gift of harmony. Keeping your awareness 4 inches below the base of your spine as you give yourself permission to deepen your connection with the earth. Feeling the colour red. Activate harmony and the light of peace, strengthening you. Feeling that colour red swathe you, put a cloak around you. Nourishing you. Breathe it in, feel the red going right into your lungs, into your stomach, and all the way down to the base of your spine, and feeling the base of your spine radiate a clockwise spiral of red, radiating this transformative red light of harmony into your home, into the sacred sanctuary that you're creating as you deepen within. And feeling all of this in the base of your spine as you call in the holy I am presence of all that you've ever been, your eternal self. As you deepen your commitment to be here harmonized on this earth, in your service, in your offering of you, your authentic nature, as a phoenix woman that's rising from any desecration, from any fear, from any levels of insecurity. And taking another deep breath as you anchor your connection with the golden source of light from our Great Mother at the center of the earth, as you breathe into her heartbeat, her crystalline core, harmonizing us to end the war within. And inviting you to breathe that light up through your spine as you take your awareness now to your sacral chakra, 4 centimeters below your belly button. Bring your awareness to this powerful point of creativity. Breathe deep into your womb. Take those deep breaths, inviting the sacredness of your sensual energy to be activated. Your passion, your juice, your fire, your creativity. Breathe deeply within. As you contemplate the power of the cauldron of your creative nature, activated by Great Mother Shakti in her journey to the Father within you. Calling on the light of orange, bright orange, the juice of the setting sun. That orange nature, fresh and juicy. Inviting you to feel that ray quality of orange swathe you, fill you. All of the shades of orange, from the coral up to the most radiant, brightest oranges, and the deep fire oranges of the fire itself, bringing heat and a healing fire to transform anything and everything in your womb that needs purification. Any time you've opened yourself to that was not love, inviting this orange color to embrace, transform, and transmute anything that entered your womb space that was not love, being burnt away so you can feel the juicy fires coming from the center of the earth, activating your inspiration, giving the warmth, nourishment for you to grow your projects within your womb, to grow your offerings to humanity in this time of great need in your womb, to feel worthy from your womb, calling the fire of orange to assist you to feel worthy to bring through the offering of the light that you are, your purpose on this earth. Just feel the energy at the back of your sacral center. feel this orange radiate clockwise through your Hara center, burning away, transforming and dissolving everything that was not in right relationship. Wherever you've opened yourself to transmute energies of lust and selfishness, just to embrace all of that inside of us here now, so that we can be activated to feel the highest sacred, sensual elixirs opening in our body space. Thank you, orange, for gracing my womb today, activating, transforming and purifying everything that was not harmonized, clearing to bring more space in this realm of bountiful creativity, calling orange to activate the fountain of our creativity, clearing us from any levels of competition, opening us into co-creativity. Thank you, orange. Thank you, holy I am that I am. And taking another deep breath into the heartbeat of our mother's crystalline core, calling Shakti to come and rise up from our through our spine, taking a deep breath in, going up again through the base, through the sacral center, and breathing into the solar plex. Breathing into our solar plexus, to all of those places where we've been in fear in these last few weeks. Bringing the light of spacious, exquisite yellow. All of those shades of yellow that make up the light of the sun shine. The buttercups, the sunflowers, the corn. Let's bring that light of yellow radiance to the places where there's been fear. Let's scan through our solar plex area to where we have doubted the divine plan in these weeks, the places that we have felt fear of an outer authority, to where there's been rage and anger of having the carpet pulled from under our feet, forcing us to go inward, for the places where there's been doubt and distrust and conspiracy theories, bringing us into confusion, Maya, samsara, places that we felt suffering of humanity and the suffering to come, the choking, the breathlessness, and our avoidance of death itself. Breathing deep into our solar plex as we call upon the light of yellow. Asking you, yellow, to bring soothing, spacious, gracious light to dissolve away our fears, our distrust, our confusion. our terror. Asking you, yellow light, of the light of the Father, the masculine, the divine masculine, at its highest frequency, to pour forth a swathing holding of sunshine in our solar plex as we commit to call in the light of our eternal self, the holy I am that I am. So my computer has frozen and I'm going to carry on as part 2. Bear with me, sisters. So carrying on as we stay focused in the solar plexus, calling in the holy light of the I am that I am eternal aspect of our being, and breathing into this place, deep into our abdomen, deep into the solar plexus, to irradiate us with the light of yellow. Breathing that yellow light to dissolve those places that we were fearful of bringing through the presence of the highest of all that we are, that we've held ourselves small, all those places that we've held ourselves in loyalty and obligation and compromised our truth. Breathing in this yellow to deepen us into the light of beingness, offering the flower of our solar plex to the light of the sun, the central spiritual sun. Calling in that I am that. Filling ourselves with the light of yellow to bathe us so we can stand in our power, trusting the light, the love and the wisdom of all that we are to serve humanity, that we will wield this power with integrity. And bringing our awareness further up the spine as we connect once again with the central crystalline core of our mother, the earth, Pachamamita, beautiful goddess Gaia. As we breathe deeply, feeling her at the center, as we bring that breath light all the way up through our spine to our heart chakra. Feeling our heart chakra right here at the center of our chest, both from the front and behind us. And calling in that exquisite viridian green, emerald green light to pour from the outer core of the earth, all of her shades of green, to feel that coming directly to our heart chakra, filling us, bathing us with her green light, clear light, all around our etheric field, feeling this green going from the crown of our head all around us. Feel that green energy vitalizing us, regenerating us, filling us, feeling the deep greens, the darker greens, the brighter greens, the lighter greens, giving thanks for this green energy, the lime greens, all of the shades of green filling you as you make a conscious journey into your heart, as you walk into the vast chamber of your compassion and your ability to put yourself into another's shoes, as you transform with the light of green any places that you've held yourself small in jealousy of not feeling enough, being enough. As you deepen in the shade of green to call on your guides and protectors to open you into the forgiveness for anything and everything that was not love. As you lift yourself off the solar plexus wheel of the emotional treadmill, lifetime upon lifetime of samsara, of being on that emotional treadmill, balancing with the heart, journeying to the center of the heart, the labyrinth, to take us to where the jewel of our very purpose sits. Connecting with your purpose in this moment, held by the light of green, calling to the Creator to help to reveal this purpose so that you can be in your highest service, in the alignment with the highest of highs and the holiest of holies. Thank you, green, for nourishing me. Thank you to every blade of grass on this earth. And I am so sorry, Pachamamita, great goddess Gaia, for all of the times I have been so self-absorbed, I haven't walked with the consciousness of remembering I too am a flower on the surface of your earth, and disconnected my roots from being at one with you. And on behalf of all humanity, I am so sorry for my unconsciousness, my disconnection with you, Pachamama, calling on the light of your green ray, connected to the light of Venus, to help me to walk in beauty, to trust that beauty, the beauty way, is the way. In this moment, I offer the totality of my being, body, speech, and mind, as an offering to the great beauty of existence. I will no longer diminish myself, and I will dress each day as an offering to you, in respect for my body, speech, mind, and conscious awareness in this life. Everything that I do will be an offering to you. I will no longer hide the light that I am under that bushel. I will dress and offer every word, deed, and action in gratitude for the awareness and the gift of this life, the temple that I am in, as I journey home deeper to unify with the One through my heart. I will offer my heart in the way to see the highest in all life. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Mother, Father, Creator, for giving me the opportunity to wake up in this lifetime, to see the gift of this temple. Thank you for gifting me to feel my heart today, unified with your heartbeat, Pachamama. And again, sisters, inviting you to breathe deeply, deeply, deeply. Deep into the center of the earth. And as you take this breath up, breathing that green light merged with the golden light up through your heart, knowing that once you access the center of your heart, you access the center of the galactic source, which is everywhere at once. This work in breathing into the heart, offering opportunity to know the Akasha from within. Breathing deeply, feeling that light from the center of your earth as Shakti Mother makes her way up through your spine, spiraling, 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 activating the codes and the light that you are as we go up through the spine to your throat chakra. Feeling that throat chakra spinning clockwise from the back to the front, radiating and calling in the light of blue, heavenly, spacious, peaceful, soothing, opening you to know your truth, calling in that light of blue, spacious, heavenly quality to bring the light of peace to your words, to your thoughts. Breathing in that electric blue light, rotating clockwise, opening your voice, your sound and your thoughts to clear away every negative, judgmental, critical thought that has been imbued into you, the learned patterns of behavior, the negative conditioned imprints that you took on in your physical form from your bloodlines, calling this light of blue, spacious, gracious, heavenly quality to dissolve the negativity of judgment that puts us down, sees us in a belittled way, that rampantly, consistently judges ourselves and the one outside of ourselves. Calling this blue light to dissolve and harmonize and imbue us with the cloak of the Great Mother, to purify everything that was not light or love or wisdom from our misdeeds, words, actions, any time that we've been pulled into gossip, bitchiness. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Calling that blue light to imbue us with the light of the clear waters, the light of the sky reflected on the water. Cleaning us, clearing us, holding us, taking that bright, bright blue, the turquoise blues and the dark blues, the holding of the mother sky, the night sky, for us to go inward. All of these shades of blue, bringing those into our awareness, vivifying us, activating the light codes in our throat center as we open ourselves to our eternal self. In this moment, I give myself full permission, with the nourishing support of the blue light, the light from Sirius, the Egyptian blues. Give myself full permission to speak my truth, to know my truth, to be unveiled into truth itself, Sat Nam. I am the light of truth. I am that I am. Thank you, radiance of the blue, clear lights from the heavenly realms, activating my form on this day, in this moment, helping me to remember my divinity. And taking our awareness all the way back into the heart of the mother, breathing deeply, feeling her Shakti, life force energy spiraling up through the base of our spine into our sacred, sensual, sexual energy fields, activating the Ida Pingala, the two snakes to spiral up, activating, switching on our DNA all the way up, crossing over each of the chakras, all the way to the throat, feeling the alignment from the throat to the sacral, the big purification that's going on this earth right now, as we come into right relationship with ourselves. Inviting you now to bring your awareness to your brow center. Look through the brow. Look into the indigo, deep light of the night sky. Asking indigo to fill you, swathe you, pour the light of courage to go deep within, into the north. Asking the indigo to help us to transcend duality at this time, to heal the split in our consciousness, the places that we've avoided our shadow. Calling this indigo light to help us to transcend duality, to integrate the dark within ourselves, to bring the light of awareness to the places that we've run away from ourselves. Help us to unify duality within, the war within, to open us to the consciousness of the aspect of ourselves that has never been born and can never die, our eternal self, calling us to remember that we are deathless in reality, to help us to open to the third eye, the one that witnesses from the beginning of time, throughout time, to that place beyond duality, to stand in revelation. Christ did, 12 petals of the heart open, in our service to the one, to witness the good, the true, and the beautiful in all that is, to be in revelation, calling that indigo light to help us to transform and transmute everything that was not love, and owning our shadow, owning our misdeeds, owning and transforming and dissolving all those places that we didn't love ourselves, all the wounds, reclaiming our innocence, our innocence, our inner sense. Thank you to the indigo blue light for this healing of our etheric field, our connection to our cosmic mother and father. Feeling the transmissions of our solar angel, the one that's guided us from the very beginning of time. Deepening our conversation with our great mother, great father right now, as we look through the brow, unshakably connected to the eternal, trusting our vision, connecting with our vision in 2020 for this next decade. And taking our awareness in this moment as we breathe deeply once again to the heart of our mother, in the earth, all the way up to the crown of our head, feeling that connection above our head, 12 inches above our head, as we connect with the white light and the vivid purple light of our exoteric reality. Feeling that high vibration of the ultraviolet light connected to the white light, going into the deeper shades of purple, and feeling that purple cascade over your outer form and going deep into the cells of your body, feeling that spacious, high vibration. Breathe deep into this purple light, connecting you with the royalty of your lineage, lifting you to that high place with your connection with the Father, Father Sky, a whole Father Sky, Father Sun. Thank you for this rainbow of light. Thank you for the colour purple that keeps us connected to the high frequencies in the etheric field. Thank you for the colour purple to show us our royalty as sons and daughters of you. Thank you, Father Sky, Father Sun, for our sacred alignment to the source of all creation, source of existence, the central spiritual sun. Thank you for showing yourself to us through every blade of grass, through every leaf, through every tree, every flower, through all of the animals in all of the kingdoms of nature. Thank you for showing yourself to us through the eyes of the children, their beauty and their innocence. Please help us to see you in the eyes of all beings, even the ravaged, even the angry, even those in despair. Please help us to hold each and every being in the highest light as we get to know you, Creator Spirit, so much more intimately. Please help us to know ourselves intimately so that we can deepen in intimacy into me I see, to see you, beloved one. Please help us to begin on this day a sacred alchemical transformation to the next level of our existence. As we call to the colour purple to swathe us with the divine remembrance of our royalty, as beings, as humans, connected to the One. Please help us to humbly stand in our authority of our knowing of your divine plan and our purpose. We love you, we thank you, and we offer all that we are to you as we come home and open to your cosmic marriage within. Thank you, Father, Mother, for unifying inside of me today so that I can know myself. Ahom Takuyasin. We are all related. Thank you, beautiful sister, for journeying with me through these colours of the rainbow that you are. I really pray that you will join me on a freestyling session very soon so that we can look up some beautiful outfits that would suit you, that would support you to know yourself as a precious, exquisite being here in your service. I really pray that I can introduce you to this beautiful collection that can help you have something that's sustainable and ethical, that you don't have to have thousands of clothes that you don't wear, but you have a few amazing things that you love and wear often, that you don't save the best for a special day, that you get to know that every day is that holy holiday, special day where you can present yourself to the Creator, like to be your full, vivid, juicy, passionate, radiant self, and not hide your light under a bushel. Please do have a quick look at my website. It's called Mudra, Mudra. That's part of the story, actually. I must tell you that in a minute. mudracollection.com. Because you're part of the Phoenix Women's Summit, you get a discount, and we're really looking forward. We have lots of things on sale, and yeah, this is a really perfect opportunity to not compromise your vibrational transmission of who you are to the world. And I really look forward. Please do look at my PDF that is attached to this, because it shows you the ethos and how these clothing are just really for women. I've created this for women of all shapes and sizes. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And, you know, like, this is to encompass lumps and bumps. I mean, there's lots of very gorgeous, toned, sensual, sexual, gorgeous women that wear it, that are, you know, athletes and models, as well as large women, pregnant women, every age group. It's amazing. My daughter, who's 17, wears Mudra. My sister, that's what do you call them, a personal trainer. She loves my clothes, and all sorts of different shapes of women. I've got a big tummy these days. I love my clothes. Big hipped women, depends on what your shape is. We cater for all shapes and sizes. That's what I can say. So I'm really looking forward to that. Mudra, why did I call it Mudra? I really would like to share that. When I was graced to experience full Kundalini to the crown chakra in a process of massive deep purification and recapitulation. When I say recapitulation, meaning that many, many lifetimes I've been in a path, a Tibetan Buddhist path actually, and Shivai path, Shivite path of understanding Tantra, all different expressions of Tantra, but in particular White Tantra, because White Tantra helps us to reveal the nature of Mahamudra, the greatest union within, which brings us to the most ultimate fulfillment and exquisite levels of the highest bliss. I'm talking cosmic orgasm. It's way beyond anything in terms of physical orgasm. It's like this liquid light of bliss states from within. And when I would go into these really full bliss states, my whole body would open into mudras that would last for hours. And like it's not like something I've ever learned. These are just like mudras that come through me when I'm in these high states of consciousness. And I realized that this weaving, this tantric weaving, these mudras actually are like an expression from our own inner geometry when our soul is unified in the personality. And I'm saying this to you because some of you high tantrikas watching this may find yourself going into these mudras when you're in these really, when you feel your soul connected and all of your body's aligned. When Shakti, Great Mother, starts moving us into these sacred states of expression. So yeah, given that I had experienced so much bliss when my body goes into mudras, I wanted to call my collection Mudra to help us recognize that we're all in some evolutionary process that's opening us telepathically to these mudras as we experience ourselves connected to the Lord of the dance, opening us into this cosmic dance. So thank you for joining me today as I can get to share my innermost pleasure of sharing something on the outer, my mudra collection with you. And, please share this with your friends too. Thank you.